Hi, I'm Aidan Mahoney, and this is my presentation today on the introduction to the importance of sleep for the health and wellness module for Setanta College. Okay, so starting out, the introduction to the importance of sleep. So for every athlete, and I suppose having played sport at a high level for the last 13 or 14 years, I know firsthand how crucial, how vital sleep is for performance, especially on the biggest days. So our 9 keys here we're looking at for sleep. Sleep isn't just downtime, it's a vital part for any athlete, no matter what sport they're playing. So first of all, quiet environment. So what's a quiet environment? So obviously some part of the house that you find where you can sit down, read a book, no TVs, there's no stress there, there's no noise. So number 1 is always find a quiet environment. Number 2, room temperature. So when we're going to bed at night time, whether it's leaving a window slightly open or leaving air into the room, maintain a room temperature. Usually it's 18 degrees is what they say. 3, ensure that bedding or clothing does not cause the environment to be too hot or too cold. So usually what we look at is for bed sheets, kind of heavy cotton sheets, maybe for winter time so that you're warm, and then the summertime, lighter clothing on the bed. Sleep routine is huge. So like you're looking at a consistent time every night when you're going to bed. I know when I played myself, I would always be in bed for 9 o'clock, I'd be up at 6. Sometimes our routines are put out. Obviously I'm a guard myself and working shift work, so you're not getting to bed maybe 9 o'clock every night, but you're always trying to get in that 7 hours. So a sleep routine is very, I suppose, important for an athlete, that you get into a consistent routine of going to bed the same time every night, and it's a good habit as well. Avoiding caffeine in food, so 3 hours before you go to bed, don't be drinking coffee, don't be drinking tea. Avoid eating sugary foods, avoid having food maybe 3 hours before you go to bed. 6, which is probably a huge one, avoid blue screens, avoid using a phone, avoid using a computer or a laptop before you go to bed. Staying off of social media maybe an hour before you go to bed. And then the biggest thing is get a book and read it before you go to sleep. Napping not later than mid-afternoon, yeah, I suppose a big thing, because with busy lives that it's probably not a done thing in Ireland where people go for naps. Obviously in other countries they do, and for what we would say is don't go for a nap near enough to your own bedtime. At least 7 hours sleep a night, and then this gets back to routines again, where you're trying to get into bed maybe at 9 or 10 o'clock, you might be back up in the morning at 6, and especially for athletes, people playing sport, it's a good habit to get into, to make sure that you're getting your 7 hours sleep a night. Ensure dark room, so no light, no TVs, no laptops, no phones, and making sure that the room is dark with maybe blackout blinds, which are very helpful for a sleeping pattern. Okay, the benefits of adequate sleep for athletes. So I suppose it's like a car. If there's something wrong with your car, if there's a fault in your car, you take it to a mechanic and he repairs it. And again, sleep for any athlete is your repair shop. So going to bed at night time, getting your 7 or 8 hours sleep, so it's your natural repair shop. So when we train hard, as you can see from here, your 2 athletes on the left, they look tired, they're exhausted, where your 2 athletes on the right hand side are at their probably top speed of their game. You can see that they're buying into everything. So during our sleep, our body fixes tissues, grows muscles. So when you're in the gym, when you're training hard, sleep is key, along with nutrition and everything else. Research has shown that athletes who get plenty of sleep perform better in their sports. So adequate sleep is huge. As I said, no different to giving an example of a car. When you repair your car, it gets back to square one. And same with sleep. You want to repair your muscles and your tissues and all your reactions and fewer injuries, because you're always constantly getting sleep. So the common issues and constraints with sleep. So if we look at the picture here, you have these girls going on a bus trip. So what I found for my own time, being away from your own bed at night time obviously affects your sleep. Sleeping in hotels for a game can affect your sleep. Busy schedules, so I work shift work myself, so obviously that's a break in sleep in that I'm working maybe nights 6 p.m. to 4 a.m. so your sleep pattern is sometimes changed. Obviously with kids at home, stress, anxiety from work, from busy schedules, from I suppose trying to play sport and then trying to balance your work as well can affect your sleep patterns. And these are the common issues, I suppose, when you're training, travelling to games. Again, you're out of your routine, you're out of your sleep pattern. As I said, sleeping away in hotels the night before games can affect your sleep pattern as well. Again, for athletes nowadays, they're trying to manage work, they're trying to manage their sleep, they're trying to manage their sports, and then with overtraining and all these things put together, sleep is absolutely vital for recovery. One intervention for to improve sleep is cognitive behavioural therapy for insomnia or CBTI. This therapy helps people change habits and thoughts and prevent good sleep. So practical tips include sleep hygiene, relaxation techniques, meditation, imagery before you go to bed, I suppose imagining going to sleep, changing your bed routine. So all these different factors can help you to intervene instead of taking tablets and instead of this. So cognitive behavioural therapy for insomnia or CBTI is a therapy that's used by a lot of people. So your practical tips for better sleep. So create a sleep conductive environment. Ensure your bedroom is dark, cool and quiet. Establishing a pre-sleep routine. So I know myself from when I was playing football at the highest level, I always went to bed at 9 o'clock at night. Never had the phone inside in the room, always put the phone on silent, didn't look up social media before I went to bed, always read a book at night time, and that's kind of getting into a relaxing bedtime routine. And routine is very important when it comes to sleep. Diet and exercise, huge obviously. When you're playing at a high level, and for most athletes, sleep is your recharger. You have to have massive sleep, minimum 7 hours a night. Avoiding large meals, avoiding caffeine and avoiding alcohol before bed because this affects your sleep. So when it comes to sleep nowadays, there is massive benefits, I suppose, on our phones with the new technology it offers for athletes. The wearable devices like Fitbit and Whoop, these devices, they track your sleep, they track your sleep patterns, and they provide detailed insights into athletes' sleep pattern every night, which are brilliant devices. So as you can see here in the picture here, you have your Fitbit and your Whoop, which are used by most athletes nowadays to track their sleep and to make sure that they're getting enough sleep every night. So to summarise then, sleep is an essential factor. So you have your 5 pillars here. So along with nutrition, mental preparation, conditioning, hydration, sleep is vital. We spoke about our interventions like CBTI and using your wearable fitness devices such as the Whoop and the Fitbit. Sleep it's a major factor for athletes, and we spoke about ways to improve sleep quality with your room, not having devices inside turned on, dark room, cool environment, getting into a routine, and getting into, I suppose the most important thing for athletes is getting into a good routine that you use every night, that you're in bed early, because sleep is a massive part of performance.